Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to Morning Glory, y'all. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome. Good morning, kings. Good morning, queens. How y'all doing today? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning to all of my beautiful queens, to all my handsome kings. Good morning to all of you beautiful men and women of God. Y'all come on in this morning, baby. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. As you come in this morning, we're going to go ahead and share. Go ahead and share. Y'all know how they say, do that, get that housekeeping out the way first. Go ahead and share this word. Tell somebody about what God is doing. Come on in this morning. Come on in. Come on in. And tell somebody about what God is doing. Go down there in the comment section and tag and invite some people. Invite your brothers. Invite your sisters. Invite your cousins. Invite your uncles, your aunties. Come on, somebody. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning to everybody that's checking in right now. Don't y'all forget to go down there in the comments also and drop your locations. Drop y'all's locations down there in the comments. I apologize for my tardiness, y'all. Y'all bear with me for just a minute. Just a minute. I'm so excited, baby, to see everybody that's coming in. Y'all come on in, come on in, come on in. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. We kicking off this second part of this Eagle series, part 2. I'm so excited to see everybody checking in. Did y'all tell somebody about what God was doing? Have you been spreading that good news? Come on now. Y'all come on in this morning. Have you been spreading that good news? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Y'all make sure y'all put y'all's locations down there in the comments. Put your locations down there. Good morning, Monica. Good morning, Cassie. Good morning, Kivia. Good morning, Tamika. Good morning, Toya. Good morning, Miss Deborah Ann. Good morning, Whitney. Y'all make sure y'all tag some people. Invite some people. Come on in. Good morning, Sade Denise. Good morning, good morning, good morning. How my Eagles doing out there today? How my Eagles doing out there this morning, baby? How my Eagles doing? Y'all was sure checking in yesterday. Do you hear me? Them Eagles weren't playing, baby. They were checking in yesterday. I had them checking in from everywhere. They were checking in from all over. Got Eagles in all area codes. They were checking in all over. Y'all come on in. Everybody that's coming in, I want you to share this broadcast, share this video. If you're watching from YouTube, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and hit that bell so you can get your notifications every time I upload a new video to the channel. Make sure you share this video with somebody today. If you're watching from YouTube, I want you to go share this video with somebody today. Go and tell somebody about what God is doing, because God is doing great things in this season. Do you hear me? He is doing great things. And I'm just excited to be a part of the number. I'm just excited to be here. I'm excited to be amongst the living. I'm excited to be still on the Lord's side. How many of y'all can say that? I'm still on the Lord's side, Toya. I done been through some things. Come on now. I done been through some things. I'm an eagle, but it was a lot of times I was flying lower than I should have been flying, but I'm still here. How many of y'all can say that? I'm still on the Lord's side. I've taken some bumps and bruises. I got a few bumps on me. Come on now. Sometimes that enemy get on you so bad, he leave a few bruises on you, but you still living. Come on now. You may be a little scarred up, but you still living. You still breathing. He didn't destroy you. Come on. He didn't take your life. He didn't take your children's lives. Come on now. You still here. You ought to thank God for everything that's still here. Thank God for what you went through, and tell him that I thank you for letting me make it through that, because it made me a better person. I thank you, God, for allowing me to make it through this storm, because it made me a better person, and I'm still on the Lord's side. So bye, devil, with your ugly self. You know, the devil try to do everything he can to get you off of God's side. If he can't get you on nothing else, he go to playing with you with your age. He go to tell you, you know you too young to be trying to sit up there acting like you holy. Don't you be trying to sit up there and act like you holy. That's the devil. Do you hear me? That's the devil. There he go. There he go. Somebody said, there he go. He ain't too far away. Do you hear me? Anytime there's a powerful move of God going on, Satan is always in the midst. Boom. He's always in the midst. Do you hear me? He can't stand when the saints of God begin to come together and worship. Ooh, he can't stand when the saints of God begin to come together and there's a powerful move of God. He can't stand that. He have to come try to get in somebody. He have to come try to use somebody. That's why you got to stay prayed up. Come on now. That's why you got to stand in the gap for these folks, because some of these folks ain't as strong as y'all. So you got to stand in the gap. Come on. You got to stand in the gap for them, because they are not as strong as you, and they're more likely to fall for the tricks of the enemy. But see, you know better. Come on. Your strength is strong. You stronger than they are. You're wiser than they are. You know why? Because you went through, you thought it was a bad thing because you were going through all these trials and tribulations. But the Lord said, I was building your wisdom. He said, now you have wisdom beyond your years. A lot of y'all like that right now. You ain't got to say nothing. Some of y'all in your 30s and you got the wisdom of a 60-year-old woman. You know why? Because of the trials and the tribulation that the devil done threw on you. Come on now. He done threw all this stuff on you to try to destroy you, but he didn't know that God said that these things were going to work together for your good. So now instead of you being destroyed, you better. Y'all tell the devil, say I'm better. You threw all this stuff on me to try to make me bitter. You threw all these, come on, failed relationships. What did he throw on you? Failed marriages. Babies out of wedlock. Come on, somebody. All this stuff he done threw on you. He threw it on you to make you bitter, but it ended up making you better. It ended up making you a soldier for God. Come on now. It ended up making you unstoppable. Y'all tell the devil, say, I am unstoppable. Some of y'all, he threw sicknesses on you. He forgot that you was an eagle. He forgot that you fly high. When the storms of life start blowing in your life, you use that wind to push you to another level. You use that wind to take you higher. You don't let the storm destroy you because you're an eagle. So you use the storms of life. You take that wind just like that eagle do, and you stretch out your wings. Somebody say the wings of faith. Oh, you got to stretch out the wings of faith. I feel God moving already. Come on now. You got to stretch out the wings of faith. And God said, when the enemy comes in like a flood, I will send in my spirit, and the spirit of the Lord will come in and lift up a standard. God said, all you got to do is stretch your wings. He said, I'm going to provide the soar. Oh, I just heard my daddy say that. Somebody said, all I got to do is stretch my wings, and he's going to provide the soar. You know what? Some of y'all are heavy this morning. Oh, there's a heaviness that I feel in the spirit. You know what? I speak to these weights that are on y'all right now. Glory be to God. I speak to these weights. They're going to fall off of you. Do you hear me? You're going to run and you're not going to get weary. Glory be to God. I declare and I decree right now that the Lord is going to give you a new strength. The Lord is going to make you unstoppable, baby. You've been running. You done got weary, and God said you done picked up some weights along the way. You done picked up some weight, but God said you got to set aside. Do you hear me? You got to lay aside every weight and every sin that's going to so easily beset you and keep you from running this race. Them weights got to fall off of y'all. No goodness. Do you hear me? They got to fall off. I declare, I decree right now in the name of Jesus, you going to run this race and you going to drop these weights. Y'all, you ever seen a man trying to run a race with a bunch of bags, a bunch of weights packed on him? No, he's free. Do you hear me? You got to be free to run this race. You can't be running with all this stuff packed on your back. You can't be running with all these folks hanging from around your neck. God said drop them folks now. Glory be to God. Somebody say, I got to drop these folks. I got to drop this job. I got to drop this friendship. I got to drop this, whatever it is that's weighing you down. God said, drop it today. Because he said that stuff about to take you out. I feel the power of God. He said that stuff is about to destroy you. And he said, you know what? If you don't drop it, it's going to take you down with it. Because it's on its way down. Y'all know how things and people connect themselves to you, and they ain't going nowhere but down. And they want to take you down with them. God said you better disconnect yourself today, because you are an eagle. Eagles fly high. If they ain't trying to fly where you going, drop them. Nah. God said drop them. Do you hear me? And what God is telling me to speak to y'all today in the Eagle Series Part 2, God said eagles don't settle. baby. Y'all share this word, baby, because I ain't going to hold y'all long, but I need to go on and drop this on you one time. Come on now. Somebody said drop it one time. Come finna go on and drop this on you one time. I need you to get on in here, baby. Do you understand me? Glory be to God. God said eagles never settle, no matter what. I said, oh my God. Whew. He said, no matter what, Toya, do you hear me? He said, I don't care what it look like. You ain't going to never find an eagle settling. You ain't going to never find an eagle saying, well, I guess I just go on and do business with them. Because ain't nothing else going to come along. Whew. Y'all ain't saying nothing. I guess I just go on to get in a relationship with her. Because ain't nothing else, this the best they going to get. Ain't nothing else going to come along. Come on now. You an eagle. You don't settle. And this ain't just for women. This for my men too. Do you hear me? This is men and women. Because I said good morning, kings and queens. Come on now. God said I got a word for all of y'all. He said this is not gender specific. Do you understand me? Glory be to God. He said eat the meat, spit out the bones. Chew the meat, spit out the bones. If that part ain't for you, leave it. Somebody else will eat it. Come on now. Y'all comment, baby. Say somebody else gonna eat it. You know how you tell your children, if you ain't gonna eat that, don't put that on your plate. Somebody else will eat it. I could have ate my meat. They come getting all this, getting all that. And you, boy, you know you ain't finna eat all that. You better put my meat bite. I eat it. Come on now. That's what you gotta tell these folks. Somebody else to eat it. Glory be to God. Because eagles don't settle. Now, who been settling? I just heard our daddy say, I bet not catch you settling. Do you hear me? He said, I bet not. Y'all, that's how we say it now. He said, I bet not catch you settling. See, when you settle, that's because you're suffering from a case of mistaken identity. You suffering from amnesia. You done temporarily forgot. Come on now. Some of these folks done temporarily forgot who they are. I feel the power of God. He said some of these folks done temporarily forgot that they serve a God that got all power in his hands. They think they got to settle for the first thing that come along. They think they got to settle for Billy Sue down the road. Come on now. For Bobby Joe down the road, up the street, round the corner. And God said, you sitting up here settling. And he said, I got another eagle for you, baby. God said, come on now. I need you to come on up. Y'all tell these folks that you got to come on up. Woo. You got to come on up in order to understand the things of God. In order to get the things of God. In order to receive what God has for you. You got to come on up. God said you can't get what an eagle get in the chicken coop. You got to come on up. Y'all know we said yesterday, you got to come on up out the chicken coop because eagles don't settle. Glory be to God. And this is what the Lord began to reveal to me. He said when a female eagle meets a male eagle, come on now, she tests him for commitment. Ooh, somebody said you got to test. Woo, you got to test these folks. Do you understand me? And I'm talking to my male and female, but I'm using the story of the female eagle to teach all y'all something. Glory be to God. Come on now. Listen to what the scriptures say. 1 John 4:1. Come on now. Beloved. Woo. Believe not every spirit. Come on now. These folk gonna come up on you, try to tell you everything. Woo. Come on now. I got a business deal for you. Woo. I got something for you now. Come on. I'm gonna take you here. I'm gonna do this for you. I'm gonna do that for you. Come on now. They come promising you the world, but the word begin to tell you, believe not every spirit. Woo. You gotta be like that female eagle, baby. Come on now. When that thing start coming up flying beside you, give it a once over. Give it a once over. This ain't for everybody, and that's all right. Glory be to God. Somebody said this ain't for everybody. Woo. But when that eagle started flying up beside that female eagle, she looked him over like, who is you? Who is you and who is this bird? Who is this bird that came? But she know he's an eagle. She can see that he's an eagle, but that don't mean she just gonna pounce on him because he's an eagle. Come on now. Some of y'all, God said he gonna send me an eagle. That's an eagle right there. Let's go. God said, believe not every spirit. Woo, come on now. But he said you gotta try the spirits, whether they are of God. Come on now. How many of y'all been trying these spirits to figure out if they are of God? Where you come from? Ooh, how many of y'all been asking these folks, wait a minute now, who sent you? Oh, okay. Who sent you? Because, see, this is why you got to know who you are. Come on now. This is why you got to be confident in yourself. Because people are going to come along and promise you the world. They're going to do you like Satan did Jesus. Do you hear me? They're going to take you up over all the kingdoms. They're going to show you all the kingdoms of this world. Ooh, I give you this. I give you that. Come on now. But you know when Satan is giving you something, when he's offering you something, because it comes with a stipulation. Do you hear me? If there's a but at the end. Woo, he got something he wants you to do for him. Come on now. He going to promise you all this stuff, but he gonna want your soul in exchange. Come on now. Somebody said that's too expensive. You can't have my soul, baby. That's too expensive. I'm not selling my soul for this stuff. Come on now. The Bible says, what profit a man to gain the whole world and lose his soul? God says some of these folk gaining the whole world. They think they something because they successful in the earth realm. Do you hear me? But you better start asking these folk, who sent you? Where you come from? Who? Because God said if I send them, they're gonna be able to stand that test. Do you hear me? God said if they came from me, he said they're not gonna get aggravated by you putting them through a test. They're going to want you to put them through a test because they know they're ready. They are capable to complete that test. They are capable to meet your expectations. They are capable to meet your demands. If they ain't capable and they know they ain't about nothing, they're going to be, what you mean? Why you got to test me? See, you playing. You about them games and stuff. I ain't got time for all that. You holler at me when you want something real. You going on about your business because you ain't what's real. Because if you was what was real, you wouldn't mind being tested. Come on now. You wouldn't mind going through the fire. Come on now. You wouldn't mind showing me that you bought what you say you bought. Y'all tell these folks ain't about that life. They ain't about that life, baby. They gonna try to make you think they are, but God said they ain't about that life. Woo. You gotta try the spirit, whether they are of God. Because many, somebody say many. Do you hear me? They everywhere, baby. They on every rock. They round every corner. The Bible said many false prophets are going out into the world. So many people are crying out, Lord, Lord. And God said, I don't bit more know these folks. Okay. He said, they call out unto me, baby. They gonna say, Lord, did we not cast out devils in your name? Did we not lay hands on the sick? Come on now. Did we not work all these miracles in your name? And God said, I'm gonna tell them, depart from me. That's a hurtful saying to hear. Do you hear me, baby? When you hear your creator tell you to depart from me, for I know you not. God said, I don't know you. That's what he's saying. God said, you believe in these folk coming up there telling you I'm a man of God. Come on now. You believe in these folk coming up there telling you I'm a woman of God. And God said, I don't bit more know these folks. Come on now. He said, they prayers don't go past the roof in their car. They prayers don't go past the roof in their house. I don't hear nothing they talk about. He said, I don't bit more know these folks. And he said, you better try the spirit. Do you hear me? You better be like that female eagle. You better, when that eagle start flying up beside you, you know what? Before you even begin to put them through a test, you got to figure out where they come from, who sent them, where you got to learn how to use your discernment of the spirit. Do you hear me? Because God said you got it. He said it's in there. You just need to learn how to tap into it. You need to learn how to use it. He said if it don't feel right doing business with them folks, he said let them go on about their business. Do you hear me? If it don't feel right riding in the car with them folks, he said let them go on about their business. I don't care because they pulled up in a Maserati. Come on now. I don't care because they pulled up in a G-Wagon. And I got a G-Wagon on my vision board. This must be the one. Beloved, believe not every spirit. Do you hear me? You got to have some sense about yourself. Come on now. You can't be so quick to just pounce on every opportunity. You can't be so quick to just jump in every relationship. You can't be so quick to just jump in every friendship. But you got to try these spirits and see whether they be of God. Because many, do you hear me? They everywhere. The Bible is telling you many false prophets are going out into the world. Do you hear me? It's more false stuff out there than it is the real thing. So you think that a fake ain't going to approach you got another thing coming. Come on, somebody. It's more fake out there than it is real, baby. The fake gonna come at you about 7 or 8 times before you get the real thing. Come on now. You're gonna have to learn how to knock these folks out your way. See, when you looking for something from God, you gotta learn how to say no. Somebody said faith is saying no. Sometimes your faith gonna require you to say, baby, no thank you. No thank you. That is so nice of you. I am flattered, but no thank you. No thank you. Tell these people, say, I believe I'm gonna wait on God. Come on now. I believe I'm gonna wait on my daddy because this don't feel right. Y'all know how you be with people and they just feel shysty. They just feel, you feel like you being had. You feel like you need to go take a bath after you go deal with them folks. After you go talk to them folks. They just feel dirty in the spirit. Come on now. I need you to try these spirits and see whether they be of God. Because God says some of y'all sitting on dates with these folks and you know it don't feel right. You know, but you just so intrigued by his eyes. You just so pulled in by his eyes. God said you got to go beneath the surface. Do you hear me? He said you got to go underneath the surface. You got to try this spirit and see whether it be of God. Because God said when you start looking a little bit closer, you're going to figure out beyond them pretty eyes that that's the devil. You're going to figure out beyond that big butt and them wide hips that that's the devil. He said, but you got to have that discernment of the spirit. You got to know how to go within your spirit. Stop looking through the eyes of the flesh, and you got to look through the eyes of the spirit. That's what that female eagle do. That's what she do. When that male eagle come up beside her, cause see that female eagle know when I mate with the male eagle, we gonna mate for life. I ain't getting nobody else unless he die. I ain't finna go hop from eagle to eagle. Come on now, that's the eagle. Somebody said that's an eagle status. Eagles don't hop from man to man. Do you hear me? Eagles don't hop from woman to woman. When they get with one eagle, they stay with that eagle for life unless that eagle die. I said eagle now. I ain't say if they get with a chicken, they gonna say, if you an eagle and let me tell you something, you ain't got no business trying to go hook up with no chicken. God said it ain't gonna work. Do you hear me? An eagle can't mate with a chicken for life. That ain't gonna work because you're unequally yoked. I said when an eagle get with another eagle, they mate for life. Y'all ain't saying nothing in here this morning. Come on now. This ain't for everybody. Oh, come on. This gonna separate the real from the fake. God said you need to be able to have that discernment of the spirit. You need to be able to try these spirits and see whether they be of God. Believe not every spirit. Some of these folks will bust your bubble. Y'all know how they say some of these folks is burst your bubble, but some of these folks will bust your bubble, baby. You think these folks of God? You think because these folks skirt dragging the grind? Come on now. You think because he got on a 3-piece suit? Come on now. His shoes shining. You can see yourself in his shoe. And God said you better beware of Deacon Super Saves. Come on now. Beware of Deacon Super Save. Do you hear me? Deacon Super Save. Here he come. He can't do nothing with you unless y'all pray first. Come on now, we gotta pray first. Come on. And there you go. Ooh, this a mantle of God. Ooh, I love the way Tony Gaskin say that, baby. He said mantle of God. There we go. There you go. God said, look at you. Look at you. He said that is not the characteristic of an eagle. Do you hear me? That eagle gonna start peeking him out, trying to figure out, okay, why every time he come around, he gotta act like he praying all the time. Why he gotta go? Why he walking around toting the Bible everywhere he go? Come on now, you gotta be realistic. You gotta be realistic. Come on now, you know ain't no man to go and walk around toting no Bible with him everywhere he go. Come on now, beloved, believe not every spirit, but you gotta try these spirits. You gotta be like that female eagle. When you come up beside me, I gotta see what you got going on before I even start putting you through a test. Come on, before I even start considering you to be worthy to pursue me, I gotta figure out, are you even worth my time? Come on, some of these folks y'all giving the time of day. God said these folks ain't even worth your time, baby. Male and female, I'm talking to you. Do you hear me? All my kings and my queens. God said you need to try this spirit and figure out if it be of God. And he said if it's not, don't even give it your time. Some of these folks you trying to put through a test, and God said they ain't have no business going past hello. They weren't supposed to get nothing but a hello from you. Glory be to God. And you going on about your business. You get your pocketbook and you get on up out them folk fade. Do you hear me? God said a lot of these folk people are married to him. And he said they ain't have no business. You ain't have no business even give them the time of day because you're unequally yoked. Do you hear me? You put them through a test that they weren't even qualified to take the test. Before you even just throw a test on them, you ain't even supposed to be testing everybody. Y'all listen to what the female eagle do. When that male eagle started flying up beside her, she fly with him for a little while. She ain't even said nothing about no test to him. Do you hear me? She ain't even said nothing about, I'm going to put you through a test. I'm going to try to figure you out. I'm going to have to try to sort you out. Don't you be telling nobody that, because they know what you're doing then. They going to put on their representative. Come on now. They going to call on their representative. They going to tell their representative to come on, and that's who you're going to be talking to. That's who you're going to be dating. That's who you're going to be doing business with. You ain't doing business with them. You doing business with their representative. Y'all ain't saying nothing in here today. This only for my real folks. This ain't for the fake. Do you hear me? Somebody said it's only for the real. You got to know who you're doing business with, baby. Do you hear me? You got to know who you're praying with. When Deacon Super Save come up there tomorrow, oh yeah, let's pray. Come on and go to Bible study with me. Every day y'all go on, y'all in Bible study. Y'all at prayer team practice. Y'all in the church. Come on now. Come on now. Come on now. God said beware of Deacon Super Saved. Oh, and beware of Mrs. Super Saved, because there's some women out there like that too. Come on now. When you live for God, you ain't got to wear that on your forehead. People gonna see by the life you live. They gonna see by the life you live. They gonna see the light that you holding up, that you not even talking about. Come on now. Because when that thing is all over you, when you walk kingdom, when you live kingdom, you ain't got to tell nobody you a child of God. Folks gonna see it. Y'all comment on this live, say folks gonna see it. They gonna see it by the way that you dress. They gonna see it by the way that you carry yourself. They're going to see it by the way that you talk. They're going to see it by the stuff you post on your Facebook page. And I don't want to hear that mess by, oh, that's just social media. Oh, that's just Facebook. Social media is real. Do you hear me? Oh, that's just Instagram. Social media is real. Beloved, believe not every spirit, but you better try this spirit and see whether it be of God. If you want to know somebody now, all you got to do is go look on their Facebook page. Go look on their Instagram page. Because what's out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth going to start to speak. Watch what they post. Watch what they talk about. Come on now. He said, believe what you see. What you see is what you get. Do you hear me? Stop trying to go by what these folks telling you. Because these folks can talk a good game. Y'all, come on now. They master manipulators. They good at this. They've been doing it for a long time. The Bible says that they will fool the very elect if it were possible. These folks been fooling men and women of God that say they know God. They've been living for God for years, but they being fooled by these false prophets. Do you hear me? They being fooled by these folks. They being fooled by these people into relationships, into marriages. And God said, this is why you got to know who you are. He said, this is why you can't be desperate for a friend. This is why you can't be desperate for a business partner. This is why you can't be desperate for a husband. You can't be desperate for a wife. Come on now. You gotta try every spirit and see whether it be of God. I don't care if it is the man that God sent for you. I don't care if God done cracked the heaven sky and he done told you that this is the man. He said you better still put him through that test. Do you hear me? Because God said if that is him, he gonna be able to meet that test. He gonna be able to pass that test. Do you understand me? That's what that female eagle do. Come on now. You got to learn how to test this stuff. Test these people for commitment, just like the female eagle does. Not only in relationships, but you got to learn how to test people in friendships and in business life. Don't just jump at this stuff. Y'all listen to what I'm saying to you now. You must test the commitment of the people. Even God tests our commitment. Y'all listen to this. The Bible says, for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son. It ain't no love like the love that the Father has for us. But you know what? Even before God will give you a blessing, come on now. Even before he let his goodness and his mercy, come on now. He give us mercy already now. But when you got to seek ye first the kingdom of God. Y'all heard what the scriptures say. Seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness. And what God said, he said, then all other things will be added unto you. If you come to your Father, you got to understand that God ain't just finna start giving you stuff. Come on now. Why you think you can believe these folks that come up and promise you the world? They want to give you this. They want to give you that. They want to take you from A to Z just like that. God said, don't you fall for that mess. Do you hear me? Don't you believe that mess? Because God said, I'm your Father. And he said, I even put you through a test. He said, I got to see that you're going to be faithful over the few things. I got to see that you're going to show up, that you're going to work this gift when you got 5 people watching you. Come on now. He said, I got to put you through a test. And God said, when you pass that test, I feel the power of God. Oh, he said, when you pass that test, baby, God said, I will not withhold any good thing from you. He said, I'm going to break the floodgates of heaven. Do you hear me? He said, I'm going to let that blessing rain on you. Ooh, they're going to be looking at your life. They're going to say, that woman, no, she blessed. Ooh, that man, no, he blessed. You know why? Tell him, baby, because I passed the test. Nah, okay. Tell them, say I passed the test. Oh, you think God just let this fall in my lap? Baby, I had to show myself worthy. Woo. I had to study to show myself approved. Come on now. I had to show up when people told me I was crazy. I had to keep on working this gift when my family biked off and left me. Come on now. When that man biked off and left me. When that woman biked off and left me. I had to show God that I was going to be faithful because God would put me through the test. Ooh, God said, you got to trust the process. And he said, then I bless you. And he said, when these people come up in your life, if your daddy put you through a test now, God said, don't you be sitting up there just entertaining anything. He said, you better put it through the test. And if it's for you, it's going to pass that test. Glory be to God. Let me move on so I can let y'all go. But y'all listen to what the female eagle does. She will fly with the male eagle for a while to see if she likes the way he flies. She said, when you come up beside me now, I know in my mind, I know in my spirit, I got some tests I got to put you through. Because I know when we mate, baby, we going to mate for life. We ain't finna be doing this temporary thing. Come on now. When I hook up with you, I'm hooking up with you for life. So I got to put you through a series of tests. But before I even make up in my mind that that's what I want to do, I got to fly with you for a little while. I got to feel you out. God said when these folks start coming up on you talking, he said, then let them talk. Do you hear me? Let them talk. Because when folks go to talking, they'll talk themselves in a mess. They'll talk out of the abundance of the heart. The mouth will speak. The devil is a lie. If you trying to figure out whether these folks came from God or not, he said, shut your mouth. Somebody comment, baby, say, I gotta shut my mouth. Ooh, baby, God hit my number. He hit the hammer on the nail when he told me that. God said, shut your mouth. He said, you talk too much. Do you hear me? You all on the date running your mouth. Come on now. You all in the big, you all up there in the room, up there in the corporate room, running your mouth. You all out there with them folks in the car with these so-called friends running your mouth. He said, that's why everybody know everything about you, because you're telling these folks. Come on now. God said, you got to shut your mouth. He said, let them talk. Let them talk. And he said, you ought to be sitting there with them folks like you Oprah Winfrey. You ought to be, y'all know how Oprah Winfrey is. I was telling my mentee last night, you got to be like Oprah Winfrey, baby. When you meet folks, you got to sit down on the couch with them like Oprah Winfrey. Go in a public place with them. Don't even bring them to no private place, because you don't know these folks. Come on now. You don't bit more know these folks than a man on the moon. Go to a public place with these folks and sit down like you Oprah Winfrey. I'm talking to my male and female. Sit down like your Oprah Winfrey and start asking these folks. Start digging in their past. Start asking them about their previous business deals. Start, and if they start sweating bullets and they go to acting all crazy, they go to moving sideways and shaking and moving, you get up and go. Do you hear me? Because that means they not an eagle and they can't stand that test. You got to learn how to ask the right questions. Come on, somebody. Somebody said you got to ask the right questions. See, you think it's about what you can say. You think it's about what you can tell them. You ain't got no business saying nothing. God said, shut your mouth. Ooh, he said, you can't try the spirit like that. Do you hear me? You can't test the spirit when you run in your mouth, because you the one being tested. You the one trying to jump through all the hoops. God said, stop jumping through the hoops. Let these folk run their own mouth. And God said, if what's in their heart is wickedness and evil, it's going to come out of their mouth. But you going to miss it if you run in your mouth. That's why he said you got to be quiet and you got to let them talk. That's how that female eagle put them through the test. Come on now. That's how you got to put them through the test. Ask the right questions. And God said you can bet one thing about it, two things for sure. If they ain't from me, he said they going to fold up under that pressure. Somebody said they going to fold under that pressure. The fake can't stand that pressure, baby. When you start applying that pressure, when you start putting that pressure on them, God said they going to fold every time. And he said you going to learn how to get rid of people within the first conversation that you have with them. You know how you done got in a mess and you done spent 5 years with a man that you wasn't supposed to spend a day with. Come on now. I ain't talking nobody in here today now. Y'all Deacon Super Saved, Miss Super Saved in here. You better act like folks. Come on now. Y'all know how they say act like folks. You done got in a marriage with somebody. You done spent 15 years with these folks. This is real life. You done spent 20 years in a relationship with these folks, and you ain't have no business going past that first conversation with them. But he said when you learn how to be quiet, he said when you learn how to close your mouth and you learn how to ask the right questions, when you learn how to try the spirit and see whether it be of God, God said you're going to figure out that these folks ain't got no business in your life, and you're going to cut it off right then. And he said then you're going to be able to enjoy your life the way I put you down here to enjoy it. You ain't got no business living in all these entanglements, because you're supposed to been able to discern that spirit when it first came up on you. Glory be to God. But listen to what the female eagle does. If she likes the way that he flies, she will put him through a series of tests. I feel the power of God. Y'all listen to what she do. The first test she do, after she done flew with him for a little while, after she done figured out, okay, I think I like him. I think he's worthy of me. Come on now. I think they worthy of me. I think I like them. I think then she started putting him through the test. She take him through test 1. Come on now. She grab a stick, baby, and she go fly as high as she can fly. Come on now. She go way up there and fly high, baby. And that eagle, y'all comment said eagles fly high. You ain't gonna never catch them. Come on now. Eagles fly high. Woo. She get that stick, baby, and she go fly high. And guess what she do? She drop that stick. Woo. She drop that stick. Do you hear me? And he know when she go up there and she drop that stick, baby, he take off. Do you hear me? He take off, baby. That's beast mode. Do you hear me? That's how you know whether they came from God or not, because they ain't afraid to go in beast mode for you. They gonna prove themselves to you. Do you hear me? They gonna show you who they really are, and they ain't gonna get upset when you tell them to go. They ain't gonna get upset when you tell them that you got to put them through a test. When they start seeing that you're putting them through tests, they ready. Do you hear me? Because she go up there with her pretty self. Somebody said with her pretty self. Because y'all some kings and some queens up in here, baby. She go up there with her little pretty self. With her prestige self. With her majestic self. Y'all know an eagle is a majestic bird. They don't fly like the other birds fly. That's why I told you an eagle, baby. You are majestic. God said you are a royal priesthood. He said you better start trying these spirits and see whether they be of God. Don't just be giving these folks your time. They don't even deserve you. Y'all tell them, say, you don't even deserve me. And that ain't cockiness, that's confidence. Do you hear me? You can't be a child of God and don't know who you is. These folks will chew you up and spit you out. I know, because they used to do me like that. Okay. They'll chew you up and spit you out, baby. Come on now. You got to get some sense about yourself. That's what that female eagle do, baby. She go get that stick. Boom. Drop it. She watching. See if he gonna catch that stick. Ooh. See if he gonna catch that stick. Oh, okay, you caught that one. Okay, good. How many of y'all would have went on down the altar with him then? Come on now. You would have went on and signed the contract then. Come on now. You would have went on and gave it away then. God said, Ooh. Somebody said, Ooh, it ain't time yet. Come on now. With her pretty self, guess what she do? She go get her a bigger stick. Woo. She said, okay, you caught that one. Let me see if you can catch this. Woo. Somebody said we in the Eagle series. Come on now. This beast mode, baby. This what beast mode is. She go get her a bigger stick. Woo. She go fly even higher this time. Come on now. He thought she flew high that time, baby. She really take it high then. Do you hear me? God said you really got to kick that thing in beast mode. Woo. He said if they love you, come on now. He said if they are worthy of you, God said you ain't going to have to come down and meet them. God said they going to fly higher so they can get to you. Ooh. He said you ain't got to lower yourself. Y'all know how you be with people. You got to dumb yourself down. You got to try to act like you don't know nothing. You got to try to act like you ain't educated. You got to, y'all ain't saying nothing in here today. Now I need to get on the stage with this thing. Come on now. Y'all ain't saying nothing in here today. You got to dumb yourself down. God said you need to be around somebody that's going to stimulate you mentally. You need to be around somebody that you can have an intriguing conversation with. Because some of these folks, you just like, oh, baby. What do you know? Do you know anything? What do you know? God said, you know what? That's a chicken. You ain't got no business with them. You need to get with an eagle. Somebody said, that's a chicken. That's a chicken, baby. If it walk like a chicken, if it talk like a chicken, come on now, it's a chicken. God said, that's a chicken, baby. You an eagle, you ain't got no business with them. That's why they get on your nerves. You know how you be having a conversation with somebody, you can't even talk to them. They get on your nerves. They just agitate your spirit. God said, because they flying too low. You trying to fly too low. Don't fly low to try to meet these folks. Make them fly higher. Make them come on now. They should elevate to be able to get to where you are. They need to come up in order to talk to you. You don't need to go down in order to get with them, because that ain't never gonna work. Glory be to God. But that female eagle, baby, I love her. Do you hear me? She don't be playing. Whoo. She go get a bigger stick. Oh, she go fly higher than she flew before, and she dropped that thing. Woo. When she dropped that thing, baby, she watching. Do you hear me? Somebody said you got to watch and pray. Woo, I feel God moving. Somebody said you got to watch and you got to pray. Woo. You can't just believe what these folks say, baby. Ooh, but you got to study them. Do you hear me? You got to watch what they do. Come on now. Y'all know sometimes you got to tell folks something that you don't mind hearing again. Woo. You got to tell them something. You got to go tell them something private about you and then watch. Do you hear me? Y'all tell them. Come on now. Y'all tell these folks, say watch and pray. If I tell you something, I'm watching to see. Before I let you have all my business, I'm going to tell you one thing. I'm going to give you one little bone. And I'm going to watch and see if that dog going to carry that bone. Woo. If that dog carry that bone, God said, leave them where they at. Do you hear me? Leave them where they at. Now, if you told them something and you hear it again, you ain't got no business telling them folks nothing else. You ain't got no business riding with them folks nowhere else. He said, leave them where they at, because that's a chicken. Boom. Glory be to God. Oh, God showed up in here today. He said, that's a chicken. Leave them where they at. Do you hear me? Because God said, you put them through the test and they failed it. So leave them. Leave them. Because you know what? Where you going, you need somebody that you can confide in. You need somebody that you can pray with. You need somebody that you can talk to. You can have pillow talk with. Come on now. Y'all can talk for hours. Y'all can go sit on the bench in a park and talk for hours. You can tell them this, they can tell you that, and it ain't gonna never be heard again unless y'all talk again. You can't trust folks. They just like what they call it. They are open door. They are open door. Whatever you tell them, they're going to tell somebody else. They can't hold water. That's it. They can't hold water. Everything you tell them, they're going to telling somebody else. You be like, nah, how you know that? They know because who you told. You told a chicken. Come on now, you told a chicken. You gotta mate with an eagle. You gotta hook up with an eagle. Put them through the test. Woo! See if they pass the test. That's what Mama Eagle do, baby. Long before she had her baby eaglets, she go get that stick. She done got that bigger stick. She took it up there. She dropped it. Do you hear me? And she watched him. Oh, you caught it. Ooh, somebody said he caught it. He caught it. He ain't playing, is he? Ooh, that male eagle ain't playing. He know what he want. Ooh, he see what he want. That's another thing I want to tell my queens. When a man see what he want, when he know what he want, he will pursue it. Come on now. He's going to pursue you. You ain't got no business pursuing him. Come on now. When he see what he want, he going to go after what he want the way God told him to go after. He going to pursue that thing. He going to respect you. Do you understand me? He's going to honor you. He going to respect your boundaries. He going to respect your body because he is sent from God. That's how you going to know. And you got to put him through the test of time. And God said, don't you tell nobody you testing them. Don't you tell nobody, oh, you got 6 months to show me what you got. Because guess what? He going to call on the representative, baby. And he going to have that representative showing out for them 6 months. Nah, till he got you. And then you're going to get the real thing. If you want the real thing in the beginning, you got to be smart. Come on now. You got to be smart. Come on now. You got to be like that female eagle. You got to put him through the test. Woo. You got to put him through the test, baby. See, she got to test him because, see, Mama Eagle know one day she gonna have baby eaglets. Woo. That female eagle know I'm mating with you for life. We gonna be together for life. I'm gonna have my babies from you. Come on now. I'm gonna have my babies from you. And when we go up here to teach these babies how to fly, ooh, I feel the power of God. Come on now. When we go up here, because when they build a nest, they build a nest up high in the sky. Woo. Somebody said high in the sky. Woo. They build that nest way up in the sky, baby. And when they take them eaglets out there to learn how to fly, woo, they drop that eagle. Whew, they dropped that baby. Do you hear me? And that's why Mama Eagle have to put him through them tests. Long before she have babies from him, she got to figure out, are you able to catch this baby if this baby fall? Come on now. If this baby getting ready to hit the ground, I need to know that you can swoop in and catch my child. Woo. I need to know that I can trust you. Come on now. I need to know that I can trust you around my children. Now, you can't just be jumping and pouncing on anything. But God said you got to have a discernment of the spirit. Woo. He said you got to be smart. Do you hear me? Because God said, well, I'm taking you in this season, baby. You can't just hook up with anything. This stuff will tamper with your anointing. Do you hear me? Ruin your life, ruin your children's life. Your children be sitting on the couch with Oprah talking about that abuse that they suffered and went through because you couldn't try the spirit and see whether it be of God. I feel the power of God. Now, that's what that female eagle do. Oh, let me see if you're going to catch this stick. Because if you can catch that stick, that means you can catch my baby. If you can if you can make it through this test, that means that I can trust you in the long run. So y'all, guess what she do? She still don't hook up with him. Do you hear me? She still don't go with him, baby. She go find her an even bigger stick. Woo. They say that stick be so big, baby, it be like a log. Woo. She get that stick. She be struggling, baby. Do you hear me? She be struggling trying to take that stick up there in the sky. Woo. She fly higher than she flew when she had the little bitty sticks. This is the ultimate test. Come on now. Y'all comment on this live. Say, this is the ultimate test. Woo. She go get her a log, baby. And she fly high as she can. Woo. She fly higher than she ever flew before. Come on now. And she dropped that thing. Woo. I just seen that in the spirit, baby. God said, drop it. Woo. Drop that thing. Do you hear me? God said, let it go. And he said, if it's yours, it's coming back. Come on now. He said, it's coming back if it's yours. Do you hear me? God said, drop it. Woo. He said, come follow me. Do you hear me? He said, leave everything that you have and come follow me. And God said, if it's meant for you, that thing gonna run you down. Woo. That thing gonna be in hot pursuit of you. That's how you know when something from God, baby. Because God ain't the author of confusion. I heard somebody say, when somebody love you, that thing feel like a tsunami. When they sent from God, that thing feel like a tsunami. If you wondering if it's yours or not and where y'all stand, what you mean to them, who they is, that's because it came from the devil. And the devil just give you a little drizzle. He's just gonna boop. Let me get me some water. God just told me do a demonstration. Come on now. I need y'all to catch this in the spirit. Woo. That's what it feel like when it's the devil. Do you hear me? That's what it feel like when it's the devil. It just boop, just feel like a little drizzle. Ooh. You like, ooh. You know how you go outside and it be sprinkling and you, and the rain cold, it just be a little drizzle. Ooh. But God said when that thing came from me, come on now. When that thing came from God, God said that thing gonna be like a tsunami. Ooh. He said that love is going to be so wide. It's going to be so big, going to be so strong. God said you're going to be able to feel my love through that person. He said, I want to give you somebody that I can love you through. Woo. He said, I want to give you somebody, come on now, that I handpicked just for you. He said, you worry about because everybody ain't paying you attention. They ain't paying you no attention. God said it don't take but one. He said, I got one for you. You don't need but one. Come on now. You don't need but one man of God. You don't need but one women of God. God said it only takes one. Stop worrying about, oh, I don't never get to do this or do that. I don't never get to go on no dates and all this and that. God said them more devils that you will have to discern through. You ought to count it all joy that God is not putting you through all that mess. Do you hear me? He got one person he gonna bring to you. And all you gotta do is be smart when they show up and put them through the test. Glory be to God. But that's what that female eagle do, baby. She get that log and she drop it. She drop it. That's right, baby. When God send that thing, it's like a tsunami. Somebody said, well, how do I know if they from God or not? If you asking that question, they ain't. Come on now. If you just ask that question, they not, baby. They not from God. Because if that thing from God, ain't no doubt about it. Come on now. Y'all comment say, ain't no denying it. Do you hear me? Ain't no denying it, baby. That thing is from God. Woo. That's a tsunami. You gonna be telling folks, ooh, baby. Oh, baby, every time I turn around, he doing this. Come on now. Every time I turn around, he doing that. Ooh, that man love my socks off. Come on now. You're going to be, ooh, I just can't. Sometimes I have to tell God, ooh, am I worthy of all of this? Come on now. He treat me like a queen. Woo. I just don't. Come on now. That's that tsunami. Come on. That's that tsunami. God said you going to feel it. If it's just a little drizzle, that's the devil. That's the devil. Do you hear me? You live your whole life just getting a little drizzle. Ooh, you trying to run over there and catch that drop. Ooh, okay. Okay, let me catch that drop. No, baby, you need the tsunami. Do you hear me? Somebody said, give me the tsunami. I want the tsunami, baby, because I'm an eagle, and you deserve the tsunami. Glory be to God. She take that log up there, and she drop it. I'm finna get ready to let y'all go. She drop it, and she watch. She watching, baby. Do you hear me? Just like you gonna be doing. You watching and praying. She watching. If he catches it, y'all listen to what I'm telling y'all. Glory be to God. If he catches it, she will mate with him. If he can pass that ultimate test, he got her. Do you hear me? And when he got her, baby, he got her for life. Woo. Y'all comment and say for life. Woo. For life. Do you hear me? When she mate with him, baby, when they hook up, when they come together for life. Woo. If you think one eagle is something by itself, you ought to see two of them when they hook up. Come on now. You ought to see two of them when they come together. Woo. God said, now this is why they ain't showed up yet. Because God said, I need you to start your business. He said, I need you to write your book. Come on now. He said, I need you to get in your purpose. Come on now. And he said, while you in your purpose, he said, I got another eagle for you that's over here getting in their purpose. Come on now. And God said, you think you are forced to be reckoned with by yourself. Come on now. You think you doing something by yourself. But God said, when I bring the two of you together, woo, when them two eagles start coming side by side and they start flying high for God, baby, they gonna shake the gates of hell. Do you hear me? God got a business partner for you. Come on now. God got a man for you. God got a woman for you. Y'all gonna shake the gates of hell. Do you hear me? When y'all come together, hell gonna get afraid. Hell gonna get scared when they see y'all meet up. Do you hear me? God said, that's what I got for you. But you got to learn how to tell these folks no. When they come up on you, don't you be afraid to tell folks no. You know what? Even if it's a man of God, don't be afraid to tell him no. Even if these people are of God, tell them no. See what they do. Because if it's for you, they don't care about you telling them no. They're going to come back again. Now, don't just be mean and nasty. Now, you need to operate from a spirit of love. Operate from a gentle spirit. Don't you just be, get out my face. No. You're not going to be like that. Do you hear me? You're going to operate from your spirit of love, and you're going to operate from a spirit of gentleness. Always display the fruit of the spirit. This for male and female. Display the fruit of the spirit. You ain't got to be mean and nasty to people. Just a simple no thank you and a smile on your face. No, thank you. And if they for you, if they God sent, do you hear me? If they God sent, my dog is calling on me, pulling on me to let her outside to use the bathroom. But if they God sent, do you hear me? They're gonna be able to pass that test. They're gonna be able to pass that test, and they're gonna be able to stand the test of time. But if he can catch that biggest stick from that highest altitude, boom, he got her. He got her. And she mates with him for life. Glory be to God. And this is the lesson. This is the lesson that God wanted me to pull this in with. This is the lesson. Do not settle. Do you hear me? Somebody said, do not settle. I'm talking to men and I'm talking to women. You too good for that. Y'all know how we say you too big for that? You too big for that. Do not settle. Do not settle with these folks. I don't care if you got to wait till the last call, baby. You wait till the last call. Don't you settle with these folks. I want to talk to my women. Women, a man can look good to you, but that don't mean that he's good for you. Do you hear me? He may look good to you. He may appeal to all your physical needs, but you need to be trying to see if he appeal to your spiritual needs. You don't need to be trying to pick nobody for where you at right now, because you growing. God said you elevate, you going forward. You need to pick for purpose. Do you hear me? Somebody said, I'm picking for purpose this time. I don't want him just because he's 6'4". Come on now. I don't want him just because he's tall, dark, and handsome. But I'm picking for purpose this time. I'm picking somebody that gonna call forth the God that's on the inside of me. I'm picking for somebody that can lay hands on me and pray me out of some situation. I'm picking for somebody that gonna be able to pick me up when I'm down. I ain't always gotta pour into him, but he can pour something into me. God said you better pick for purpose. Come on now. And all my men out there, listen to what God is saying. He said a woman can be good to you. She can look good to you, but that don't mean that she's good for you. You looking for somebody that's easy on the eyes. And God said you better get somebody that's easy on your heart. Do you hear me? You better stop trying to search out the hips and the thighs and the breasts and you like you at the chicken place. You looking for breasts and thighs and stuff. You like you over there. I'm from Blakely now. You like you up there at Blakely Chicken looking for you some breasts and some thighs and stuff. God said you better stop trying to get, I'm talking to my men, you better stop trying to get something that's easy on the eyes, and you better get a woman that's easy on your heart. Glory be to God. You better get a woman that's going to appeal to the gift that God placed on the inside of you. Not appeal to your five senses, but she appeals to the gift that God placed on the inside of you. She's a queen and she knows how to speak to the king on the inside of you. Come on now. The Bible says that he who finds a wife finds a good thing and he obtains favor from the Lord. The Lord said you ain't went to the next level in your business yet. Come on now. You still struggling with your finances because you ain't got the woman that I told you to get, and you're not doing right by that woman. You doing her like a dog. Come on now. You cheating on her, you talking about her, you belittling that woman, and you want God to bless you. God don't bless mess. What we say? That's just like going in there trying to go put on some Bath and Body Works and you ain't bathed. That's what you look like. That's how silly you look, mistreating that woman and think God gonna bless you. Think God gonna blow up your business. And you treat that woman like a dog. And you think God gonna bless you. You think God gonna blow you up. You in church. You on your knee praying for a blessing. You wonder why you kicking against God. You kicking that car that you drive. You hate that car you drive. You hate that job you work on. Now, I ain't talking to nobody here today. I'm telling you something. You better get it. Come on now. You kicking that car. You kicking that job. You hate them folks up there at that job. God said treat that woman like you got some sense. Come on now. He said don't be worried about what she doing and how she doing this and doing that. He said you the man. You got to lead in love. Y'all heard what the male eagle do. He pursues the woman. He goes after the woman. When he see something he won't, he treat it right and he go after it. And if she's a real woman of God, listen to this now. If you pick right and she's a real woman of God, she's going to reciprocate everything you give her. When you love a real woman, baby, that thing going to come back like a tsunami to you too. If you give her a tsunami, she going to give you an even bigger one, because women, we are incubators. Y'all listen to this. We incubators. That's that natural born gift that God gave a woman. Whatever a man give you, we don't never give it back to him in the same form that he gave it to us. But when he give it to us, we take it and we increase it. Come on now. Y'all ain't saying that in here today. When a man give you something, I'm talking about them kingdom women now. I ain't just talking about, I'm talking about my Proverbs 31 women. Come on now. When a man gives you something, he don't never get it back the way he gave it to you. But you take that thing, and when that woman take that thing, she increases it. Woo. She multiplies it. Do you hear me? She gives it life. Woo. And when she gives it life, she gives it back to her king. Woo. And he said, woo, what is this? Come on now. He give her a house, and he come in that thing, and he said, ooh, baby, what you done did? Ooh, it smell good in here. Come on now. You got flowers everywhere. You got pictures all on the wall. He come in that thing. He said, ooh, this feel like home. Woo. But until he got that woman, it was just a house. It was just an empty house. It was just a bachelor pad. But when the queen came up in there, come on now. When that female eagle came up in there, she made that thing feel like a home. Woo. Because whatever a man give her, she know how to incubate it. Woo. She know how to give it life and give it back to him. That's how you know you got something from God. That's how you know you got another eagle. Because when you get this woman something, she ain't going to leave you broke, busted, and disgusted. Come on now. She ain't going to take all your money, men of God. Come on now. She ain't going to say, this all you got. You ain't got nothing else. Oh, you don't never have no money. I can't never get nothing from you. You ain't no man. You ain't no man. Come on now. Women, you can't tear your house down with your hands now. Come on now. That's not wise. Somebody said that's not a wise woman. That's right, baby. You got to make it a home. Make it a home. If he bring groceries in the house, come on now. If this man went and bought groceries, you get up and go in there and cook them groceries. Come on now. He bought the groceries and you get up and go in there and cook them. But you know what? Now, some of these folks, they want you to go buy the groceries. You got to go to the store and get them. You got to buy the groceries. You got to come in, get them out the car, come bring them in the house, unpack them, and cook for them, and wash the dishes. I ain't talking about them. Somebody said, we ain't talking about them. You done made it with a chicken. Do you hear me? You got to get with another eagle. Because you get with another eagle ain't going to let you do it all by yourself. They ain't going to let you do it all by yourself. Come on now. They'll bring them groceries in the house. Come on now. They'll go buy them groceries for you. They'll buy them groceries, and you being the woman you being the female eagle, you'll get up and go in there and cook. You'll get up and go in there and cook, and guess what? He might come back in there and say, baby, I'll wash the dishes. I'll wash the dishes. Come on now. I'll put the kids to bed. Come on now. I'll do this. I'll do that. You know what? Them two eagles flying together. Them two eagles flying together. And this is another thing that God told me. I'm finna get ready to let y'all go. But this is another thing that God told me. He said, when two eagles are flying together, there are no gender roles. Boom. That's what he told me. God said, stop thinking you too good to take out the trash. I just hit your number. Oh, okay. He said, stop thinking you too good to go hop on a lawnmower. Do you hear me? He said, when two eagles come together, they don't mind switching roles. Come on now. You gonna get in. Somebody said teamwork make the dream work. Woo. It's all about the flow of the house. Do you hear me? It's all about the flow of your kingdom. Come on now. You got to make sure your kingdom in flow. You sitting over there arguing with this man because he won't go take out the trash, and you just tearing up your household. Come on now. You got to get in where you fit in. Come on now. He might have to change a diaper every now and then. Come on. He might have to go in there and cook a meal. Come on now. He might have to go pick the kids up from practice. Woo. He might have to go pick the kids up from daycare. He might have to go take the sick baby to the doctor. Come on now. You got to get in where you fit in. Ain't no gender roles. Men got to stop thinking, I don't do that because I'm a man. All I do is work and pay bills. The devil is a lie. And women got to stop thinking they too pretty to take out the trash, to mow the yard. Come on now. To screw a doorknob on the door. Stop thinking you too pretty. That's not a Proverbs 31 woman. Do you hear me? Proverbs 31 woman don't mind rolling up her sleeve, baby. She'll get to work. Come on now. Somebody say, I don't mind going to work, baby. I make it do what it do. That's that Proverbs 31 woman. She make it do what it do for her family. Do you hear me? I don't care if she got to sew. I don't care if she got to crochet. I don't care what she got to do. I don't care if she got to braid hair. Come on now. I don't care what she got to do. She gonna do what she need to do, baby. To keep that house in flow. Woo. To keep that house in order. Do you hear me? She ain't sitting there talking about, you a man, you figure it out. I'm finna go get my nails did. I'm finna go get my hair did. You a man, you figure it out. See, that's why I shouldn't even marry you, because you ain't even no man. He get on my nerve, girl. He ain't even, That's not a Proverbs 31 woman. Do you hear me? That's not the characteristic of an eagle. I'm gonna let y'all go. Beloved, believe not every spirit. Do you hear me? But try the spirit and see whether they be of God. Because many false prophets are gone out into the world. I love y'all so much. Y'all go and be blessed. Go to my website, LatoyaOkillMinistries.com. This was the Eagle Series Part 2. We'll be back with Part 3 in the morning, baby. This is Latoya Okill, your life coach, your motivational speaker. Y'all know what Y'all know what I always tell y'all. If you can see it in your mind, you can hold it in your hand. With God, all things are possible. Y'all be blessed.